is a ladies' haberdashery table. Back in Civil War times, ladies back in that time had to be dressed from neck to toe. As you can see, my neck is covered, and actually I'm pretty naked because I don't have a brooch on. I cheated. But back at that time, getting dressed was nothing short of, you would be tired by the time you finished. There were several layers to getting dressed. You'd put your chemise on, your pantaloons, your corset, your hoop skirt, and then you put a slip over top of that. Then you put your wrap on and you go for breakfast. Once you finish breakfast, then you had to come up and then you have to put on your skirt, your day jacket, or put on your full day dress. But arms always had to be covered. A lady without her arms covered was considered naked. It was not appropriate during the day. You could wear it at night, wear short sleeves during the night, but if you did, you must have a long set of satin gloves or something to cover your arms. Arms were definitely a no-no. Ankles was definitely a no-no. Women made money selling items like this. You may call them a modiste. They weren't always a seamstress or something like that, but they always had a hat on. They always carried their purse with them, reticule, and they would always carry what we see at a lot of weddings. Some ladies may recognize this as the tussie mussy. The tussie mussy held your flowers, whether it was lavender, which helped keep the insects away, roses, which helped mask the smell of not bathing every day. So we carried flowers often. We'd always have a fan, and fans, believe it or not, had their own language back in that day. You could just be hot. You could be absolutely fine. You could flirt. Depending on which way you held your fan was a language in itself. Collars. Had to wear a collar when you got dressed. So collars were in a variety of ways. And like I said before, sleeves, you could have a blouse that had the sleeves in it, or you could just simply buy just the sleeves themselves. So these are some of the things that ladies would have. We did quilting as a pastime. Crochet, we'd have a little bag where we would be able to have our yarn and needles in. Now, during the Civil War, some of the African American ladies did a lot of these items in order to make money. We would cook, become housekeepers. I am Mary Ellen Pleasant, and I am a self-made millionaire. I never had really any formal education, but I learned how to read men and women. From there, I learned how to make my money. When I left the East Coast traveling to the West Coast, I stopped in the islands. I traded my gold for silver because silver was worth more down there. When I got to California, I'd take my silver that I had made, take it to the bank, and bring out gold because gold was worth more here in California. I opened my very first restaurant in California called Case and Heiser. And I also found a friend named Thomas Bell. He was a white man, but guess what? He was very nice to me. He was a financial banker, and he helped me commission and build my mansion. Now, as an African American woman, I am not crazy. I know that I cannot own a business. I know that I can't hold any status. So I worked as a housekeeper inside that house, and I ran my house like a true gentleman. No one got a dime without me saying it was okay. They had to ask me, and I would tell Mr. Bell whether it was okay or not for them to spend the money. It was my money. And this went on for years until the death of Mr. Bell. His wife did try to take me to court, but guess what? In the end, wasn't really any way to show that I had done anything wrong. But in the end, I did move away from my house, and I moved somewhere else. But that was okay. I donated $10,000 and I helped found the St. Mary's College in California. So that's a little bit about me. There's some other ladies here. Lucy Walker over there speaking to some people. Now Lucy was a laundry. And her husband fought for the Union. But guess what? She went to work for the Confederacy. And during this time, Lucy would send her husband messages to let him know which way the soldiers were traveling by the patterns that she hung up on the line when she was doing her laundry. So that's a little bit about what we have here. We'll be happy to share with you some more tidbits. I think my friends are down there. They're also talking. So if you want to interview them, it's great.